Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and today's video will be a solo playthrough of Trickerion. So in this video, I'm going to play a solo game of Trickerion against the solo opponent, the Air, and I will be using the two expansions, the Dawn of Technology and the Secret Workshop. Let's get rolling. Alright, so I am ready to play a solo game of Trickerion, and today I am using the Dawn of Technology expansion as well as the Secret Workshop promo expansion, and I'll of course be including the Dark Alley as well, which is required to play with the Dawn of Technology. And if you missed it, head over to my Trickerion playlist, and I have rules refresher videos for how to play with the Dark Alley, how to play with the Secret Workshop, how to play with Dawn of Technology, and how to play just the solo mode in general against the Air. Otherwise, I'm just going to be putting all those things into practice today. And then this is a reminder, this is not a strategy video. I don't claim to be very good at this game at all. I'm just playing it to have fun. I am excited to use both Dawn of Technology and the Secret Workshop. I think they seem pretty cool. I have not played with either of them before. So you'll get a rare first impression in this video at the end. And I've chosen to play as the Mechaniker today. So my special ability is once per round, one of my apprentices may have +1 action point. And then I'm randomly selecting my opponent as the Gentleman. So the solo ability for the Gentleman is whenever his magician is sent to the downtown, Market Row, Dark Alley, or Academy, not playing with the Academy today, he gains 1 fame for every trick that he has. So we can have up to 4 tricks. I'm going to try my very best today to do a better job remembering the abilities for the Air than I did last time with the Red Lotus. And so I'm the blue player, the Air is the green player. The Gentleman's starting trick, we randomly selected Rabbit from the top hat, so that's set up. We've got the components here, and we randomly selected a specialist. We got the manager, and because we're playing with Dawn of Technology, the opponent, the Air, starts with 1 Trickerion shard there. And I selected for my specialist to start with as the assistant, so I've got the assistant here with my extra apprentice. That seemed like a good choice with the Mechaniker given my ability. I've got 2 apprentices now, so that gives me a little more flexibility with my special ability. And my contraptions here with Dawn of Technology just give me coins. So this one seems pretty straightforward. I think I want to build as many of these as I can early on. I do start with 2 Trickerion shards because we're playing with Dawn of Technology. I've got 1 here. Second one technically goes on this slot, but I left it on top of my specialty trick, Steam Organ, to remind me that if I want this to be my starting trick, which I think I probably do, then I must spend 1 Trickerion shard. I've got my 10 coins over here. Here's my unbuilt contraptions. And then for the 3 prophecies that we've got here, the first one here is on your turn, you may place 2 character tokens. You can send 2 characters out instead of 1 on your turn. That's pretty strong. The second one is the learn trick action at the downtown only costs 1 action point instead of 3. And the third one is during the performance phase, all coin yields are received as fame. So I don't really know what my progression should be trick-wise. I haven't taken my starting components yet, but I'll probably take this starting trick. I think I'll take this, and the special ability on this level 1 starting specialty trick is that you can have more than 1 trick marker on the same performance of this trick. You can have 2. So that ability is called Encore. And instead of giving me the normal version of this one, which is the piano, some sort of piano, I'll find it. Here, I'll flip it over. The living piano. Living piano, I believe, gives you 1 fame and 1 coin as the yield. This gives you no fame, but it gives you 1 coin and 1 shard. So what I think I want to do, as I said, is probably build as many of these contraptions early as I can so I can start flipping them and getting the money. And then if I can get the Steam working out there a bunch of times, then I'll get a bunch of shards, and that'll help me to start reactivating all of these contraptions. And then, especially if I could put 2 of these on the same performance, then I can get basically double the yield. This card holds up to 3 trick markers, and it is 0 action points to prepare it. So hopefully I can just get that out there a bunch and get a bunch of shards that way to pair with this Dawn of Technology stuff. And so now I just need to roll these dice, and while I'm doing that, this is a good time to mention that if you want to support Table for One, the best way to do that is on my Ko-fi page. That is ko-fi. There's a link in the description. You can go to Ko-fi. It's kind of like Patreon, and you can make a contribution to the channel for as little as $1. That can be one time. You can make it recurring, and all of my recurring monthly contributors are the reserved seating category. So thank you to all of you. And then the Table for One, oh, look at that. The Table for One Head of the Table Award is for the top 10 contributors over the last 90 days. So thank you to all of you as well. So again, you can head to my Ko-fi page. That is the best way to keep the channel running with no ads in the middle of the videos. If you haven't noticed, you're welcome. And also, while I'm doing this, a lot of people asked me after my last playthrough video on Trickerion, why do I roll the white dice one at a time, whereas the rest of them I roll all together? And that is because in solo mode, all things being equal, so this just came up with two optical. Let's say it came up like this for a second, though. If the opponent is going to learn a new trick, all things being equal, they will take the die on the left. And so if I roll them at the same time, then I get to sort of choose which one goes on the left. And I didn't really want to have that choice. I just wanted it to be randomized. So I roll them one at a time, put the first one on the left, the second one on the right. Now, if either of them comes up as an X, it doesn't really matter. So, okay, let me finish my setup here. I will take this steam organ. So I need to spend this one shard. And that means I need to remove the living piano from the game. That just goes back to the box. And then I get 2 coins worth of starting component. To perform this trick, or to prepare the trick, I need 1 animal, a glass, a wood, and 1 contraption. So I can't prepare it at the start. So should I get the glass and the wood, or the bird? Probably the bird, because I can easily go get the glass and wood soon. So I'll take 1 animal here, and I probably still want some sort of plan, especially if we can get tricks cheaply in a couple rounds. So if we look at the mechanical school, I've got, let's see, animals, glass, and wood. What might be a natural progression from there? Ooh, not a lot of glass used, hardly at all. If I get wood and saws, I can go to sawing the assistant in half. Not a lot of fame, gets you a lot of coins. I think I'm going to be okay on coins. I want to focus on fame. So I'd probably rather have something like Mechanical Hornet, but that costs a lot of metal, plus some petroleum, and some, what is that, cogs? So I don't know if that's a good fit. Is there something over here that's better? Again, what am I going to have? Wood and glass and an animal. I mean, Ghost Trap, but that needs a lot of those things. I don't know if I want to invest that heavily in items this time. Maybe I just want to stick to like cheaper stuff. If I get glass, petroleum, and rope, I can get levitation. What else? What's from this school? So, oh, those are all available. Just get a bunch of wood and get barricaded barrels. What else? Doesn't anything else take glass and wood? Wood and claw, glass and wood. Oh, I can try and get into Shattered Mirror. That needs glass, wood, and a couple mirrors, but that gets you 5 fame, 3 coins. That could be a good one. It's a little bit heavier on fame. Mirrors are expensive, though. That's a lot of mirrors. Well, that's something to think about. I'm not going to put too much focus. I probably should think about it quite a bit right now, but that might be something I want to grab. I don't know that I really need levitation. Maybe I just try and stick to some of the easier ones and try and get them out there more, as opposed to last time I tried to really focus on some of these bigger, higher yield ones. And it took me a long time to get there, and I didn't get to use them enough. So, okay, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to think this one to death. I'm just going to try and play it and enjoy it. So we can start the first round now. I am the first player. I will spend 1 coin to gain 2 fame. So I'm advertising. The air always does that without spending any coins. So we both go up to 7. I would like to remain, I think, first player going into the next round so that I can make use of this ability. But now it is the assignment phase. So where am I going to send people? I probably need to go to the market. I need to get glass and wood. I probably just want 3 of each, so that's going to cost me 6. What I might want to do... honestly, is I might want to send my magician to the workshop, go to the standard workshop to do some contraptions, because I can only do contraptions from the standard workshop, not the secret workshop. So I think I'd like to maybe send my magician there with 3 action points, build 1, 2, 3, and then that would cost me 4 coins, right? Like this. And then the next round I could send, say, the assistant to Market Row, although I could pick one of these 2 apprentices too. But say we send the assistant with 2 action points to Market Row, and I could flip these all over and get 7 coins for that. So then I would have 12 coins, and I can buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe I would have 1 more action point. Maybe I can order in mirrors and plan to get that optical trick. And since these are both 1 each, maybe before I go, maybe I put this here and maybe I send my assistant to the downtown and make sure I get that spot. And maybe I just get that trick that I was looking at a minute ago, that optical trick, since that should be easy to do. I think I need to go to downtown first, then the workshop, then Market Row. And then maybe I just send this last apprentice to the dark alley and get some special assignment cards. That seems like a pretty solid plan. And if by the time I get there, the only spot left is this one, so I've got 1 action. Oh, I can still get a special assignment card. Okay. Versus if I go here, I can get 2 special assignment cards. Not too concerned either way. All right, let's flip this over. We know this is going to be a setup card, so oh, look at that. They're prioritizing Dark Alley. Surprising, at least with the Magician. Okay, and I didn't mention it, but I'm playing on easy mode again today because I had enough trouble with Trickerion last time on easy mode. I think I need to give it another shot, although Dawn of Technology should make it a little easier too. So if I fare a little bit better today, maybe I'll turn up the difficulty on the next video where I play the Academy, which I had intended to do before Dawn of Technology and Secret Workshop, but just didn't have the time to prepare for it. That's a big booklet. It was a lot easier to learn these things for this week, so hopefully next time. So I am the first player. I am going to go downtown. So I'm sending my assistant here. I have 4 action points to spend, so I will spend 3 to learn an optical trick. So I'm going to set that to X, and I want whatever trick I was looking at in the book. It was level 2. Oh, what am I thinking? This is a level 2 trick. I don't have enough fame for that. I would have to spend a ton of coins to get it. Oh, man, I've already blundered hugely. I can't pick up Shattered Mirror. That's ridiculous. Is there anything else worth doing? Since I've gone here now. Shoot. Don't need the coins. I mean, I could just grab like Enchanted Butterflies. It's not a hard one. Card manipulation's not too bad, but I plan on getting, what am I getting? Glass and wood. So I could just get cloth as well. 1 fame, 1 coin, 1 shard. Man, I can't believe I already goofed this up. Which one of these would I rather have? That's just 2 cloth, 3 cloth. More fame, more shards. I think I'm going to take card manipulation. Although, yeah, I'll do card manipulation. Feel pretty silly about this now, though. Let me put my markers here so we know what kind of tricks these are. Okay, and with my 1 action point left, I'm going to roll this die and hopefully get an X, just to try and block it. No, okay. That's fine. So that was my ill-conceived first turn. Now the gentleman gets to go. There are 2 contested locations. Downtown is no longer contested, but Dark Alley is, and so is Workshop. They care about Workshop now because we're playing with Secret Workshop. So we look at the priorities, and they do prefer Dark Alley over the Workshop, so they're going to send their Magician to the Dark Alley. They've got 5 action points to spend. So on easy mode, that means they're going to gain 2 special assignment cards. So we'll take 1 for the theater and 1 for the downtown. Put those up there, a couple special assignments, and we need to flip a coin. So we've got an arcane drachma here. This side is M for Magoria. So if the M side comes up, they will rotate the prophecies. If the arcane side comes up, they will not rotate the prophecies. Oopsie. They will rotate. Okay. So cheap tricks will be cheaper next time in terms of action points. But if I want to get that trick that I was looking at, then that means I'm going to need to get my fame way up or get a bunch of coins. And I plan to get a bunch of coins, but mostly spend them this time. But okay, that was the gentleman's turn. And they went to Dark Alley with their magician. Let's not forget they have one trick, so they're going to gain one fame. Look at me remembering the rules today. We'll see how long that lasts. Back to me. I think there's no reason to go to Dark Alley quickly now, so I'm just going to go to the workshop with my magician because I want to do that before Market Row. So I'm going to go here. I have 3 action points to spend with my magician. Well, wait, let me think about this again. If I go to Market Row now, do I have enough coins to buy the stuff I want to buy? I want to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Really, probably 7, 8, 9. I want the cloth too. That would take 3 action points. I've only got 1, 2. I can give this one an extra action point, get 3 action points. So I can buy all the stuff I want. I just won't order anything. That's okay. And I'm only wondering that because then when I send my magician here for 0 action points, I can set up this trick if I have the stuff I need. So you know what? I will. I'll go to Market Row first. I'm going to go here, so I've got 2 action points, and I'll use my special ability to give my apprentice a 3rd action point. So I'll use my first action point to buy cloth, because the top left corner is the most likely to be replaced by the opponent, by the gentleman here, and they replace in this order, so the glass will be around the longest probably, because I got to save some coins to be able to build these contraptions. 1, 2, 3, 4. How am I going to make this work? So I've got 5 I can spend. So I'll use 1 action point to get 3 cloth. 1, 2, 3, which I need for that trick. And here, let me put it right there. I'll get 1. My second action point will buy 1 wood, which I need for both of these. And my third action point will buy 1 mirror. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things I bought. I'm spending my 5 coins, and I've done my 3 action points. So I do now have 1, 1, and 1. That's enough after I get my 1 contraption, enough to set up that first trick. So, okay, I think I did that in an order that made sense. I think I didn't shoot myself in the foot yet. So now it's time for the gentleman. There is 1 contested location, the workshop. So because we're playing with Secret Workshop, they will take the Secret Workshop location. And they don't do anything there, but they block me from going. So now it's back to me. Now I will send my magician to the workshop. I've got 3 action points to spend. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, and that'll cost me 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. So I'm out of coins, but I built 1, 2, 3 contraptions, which I think is very powerful. And then for 0 action points, for my steam organ here, I have at least 1 contraption. Doesn't matter if it's active or not. It is active when it's built, but doesn't matter. But I've got a contraption. I've got 1 animal, 1 glass, 1 wood. That is enough to set up this trick. So that 0 action point cost is pretty nice. So I've got 3 tricks on steam organ. Okay, and now the heir is finally going to go downtown. They've got 2 action points. So on easy mode, that means they resolve 1 die, and they have fewer than 2 tricks at their highest level, so they will take this spiritual type trick. We're going to set that to X. Take this deck, remove the one that only has 1 component requirement. Take the 3 others, shuffle them up, and give 1 to the rival. It'll be that one. Place the deck back. And what did they get? Spirit Hand. And we'll order these from left to right, starting with the fame yield. So Rabbit from the top hat is 3 fame. Spirit Hand is 2 fame. So this will go in the 2nd spot. And we will mark it as diamonds. We'll set it up with 2 trick markers. And what do they need for that? Animals. They already need animals. They need rope and cloth. They already have cloth on their shopping list. So we just add rope to their shopping list. Okay, and now I get to go. I'm going to send this apprentice to the dark alley, and I've already used my ability on this apprentice, so I only have 1 action point, so I'll use that to get, I'm not going to rotate these, I'm just going to use that to get, what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe I will rotate them, I don't know, I'm not ready for this, but I don't know, I think I want the special assignment cards. Where am I going to go? They're all good. I feel like downtown's probably more important right now. Let's get 2 downtown special assignment cards. We have investments on the left and tech expert on the right. That's one of the new ones. We'll start with investments. You may immediately spend any amount of the received coins to buy up to 3 components available at the market row. Oh, so that's nice. You can go to downtown, get coins, and then buy stuff immediately. But tech expert is you may also reactivate one of your inactive contraptions, including gaining its fame bonus, if any, even if you do not have enough shards. Which reminds me, before I sent this apprentice, I should have activated all 3 of these. So I'm going to do that. Because you're supposed to do that before you send a character somewhere. So I'm going to gain the bonuses, 2, 4, 7 coins. So I've got my 7 coins. At the end of the round, only this one will reactivate because that's got enough Trickerion shards. So I could use Tech Expert to reactivate this one, which would give me 1 fame and allow me to flip it for 3 more coins. But man, investments is really handy. So I would sure like to get some more glass and wood without having to go back to Market Row. So as much as I want the new one, I'm going to take investments because I think I'm going to use it. And that what was that called? Tech Expert. That exact same ability is also on one of the new cards in the workshop deck, so it's possible I could get it again another way. All right, so that was, where did I just go? Where did I send someone? Here, Dark Alley. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that was my 1 action point at Dark Alley. I've got no more action points. Nobody's got any other characters to place, so we go to the performance phase. And of course, there's nothing to perform right now, so we can skip right past that. So we go to the end turn phase. Although I like to think of each placement of a character as a turn and the whole thing as a round. That's just my preferred terminology. So I'm going to call it the end round phase so I don't confuse myself. First, we need to pay wages. So for the opponent, we just check, do they have 10 coins? They do not. So they don't do anything. If they had 10, they would spend in groups of 10 to gain 1 fame each. Or I'm sorry, 2 fame each on easy mode, 3 fame each on normal or hard, but they don't have it. So I need to pay wages. I need to pay 1 coin for this apprentice and 2 coins for this assistant. So that's 3 coins in total. So here's my change. That's some live math I just did. I, of course, don't have to pay this apprentice. And now we return characters. So I get these apprentices back, and my magician is in the workshop, and my assistant is at downtown. Nobody gained any new characters this round. The gentleman's magician comes back from the dark alley. Oh, the apprentice from the secret workshop. And where else do they go? Downtown with their manager. We can clear these cards. If there were any special assignment cards, we would remove them from the game at this point or discard them. These are all standard assignment cards in this first round. Great. Then orders in the market row would arrive. There's no orders, so now we're going to move the performance cards. This one slides down. Add a new one here. Okay. I can straighten that out a little bit. Then remove the posters. And move the turn marker. Move the prophecy. So this one comes in here. So 1 action point to learn a trick at downtown this next round. And draw another prophecy token out of my sweet Brain Bucket Games bag. You know where to get one of those. Brain Bucket Games on Etsy. Okay, this one, you get, what is this? I'm not going to try and guess on the fly. Let me just look it up. You immediately receive 2 fame when you set up an optical trick. All right, so I've got an optical trick. The gentleman has an optical trick. He's of the optical school. And then there's another optical trick I would like. So as it stands now, that's coming up in a few rounds. This is round 2, 3, 4, 5. That'd be round 5. So we'll see if and when that happens. Now the last step is we're going to reactivate any contraptions that have enough shards. So this first one is going to flip back over, and that will be it. Cool. So now we are ready to start round 2. And first we have to roll the dice. So we'll start with the downtown. All right, we've got escape type trick, 4 coins and 4 coins, a manager and an apprentice, and then I need to re-roll this one. All right, see, so now the escape type trick is going to be preferred over the spiritual type trick. Now I need to pick 2 of these dice to re-roll these blocking dice. And I think I misspoke about this previously. There is no no marker under the theater die. That usually means you need to re-roll it, but that applies to turns 3 through 7, not rounds 1 and 2. So I can pick any 2 dice and re-roll them. And I think I'm going to go with Market Row and Downtown. I don't really know why, but that's what I'm choosing. Let's roll them. So here's Market Row, here's Downtown. They both came up with the same thing. And now we need to mark them. So these will remain as they are next time, and I'll re-roll the other 2. That decision space I expect to be more interesting when playing with the Academy, because there's one more of these dice to consider. All right, but now these both have lots of action points, so that's a good thing. I'll take that. So now we set initiative order. I'm in the back. I am one fame behind, so I'm going to be first player again. And now we advertise. I will spend 1 coin for my advertising to gain 2 fame. The gentleman will always advertise for free, so we both go up 2. Okay, and now it's the assignment phase. And so I'm going to use this investments card for sure. So that way I can go downtown, get some money, and I can also get a couple coins here. So I'm guaranteed 4, 5, 6 coins, 7, 8, 9, and then I can use 4 of those coins to buy up to 3 things at Market Row. I would like to buy a little more than that though, because I want 4 things. I want 2 glass and I want 2 wood, so that works out really well. Let's say for now that I'm going to send this apprentice and give them an extra action point. As I think about what else I might want to do. But I shouldn't need to go to Market Row then. And I shouldn't need to use the downtown. So I've got Workshop, Dark Alley, and maybe I can get somebody to the theater already. That would be cool. Well, I'm first player, so I'll have my pick on where I go. So I can definitely go downtown first, get all the tricks. If I go to the workshop after that, and then the theater, I should be able to... I'll have enough stuff to set up this trick, and I don't think there's anything else I need to do in the workshop, so I can send a regular apprentice there for just 1 action point. And if there were more slots available, I wouldn't mind trying to double up on downtown and getting myself another worker, another character, but I don't think that's going to happen. So instead, maybe I'll send my magician to the dark alley and try and get several of these special assignment cards, and I'll send my assistant to the theater and start setting up some tricks. The only other thing I might want to do, I could, with 2 + 1 action point, I could set up 3 tricks because the steam organ can be on the same card twice, so I could do 1, 2, and 1 of these, all on the same card, and that could be cool. But the other option is I could swap these 2 assignments if the assistant... Oh, no, wait, I don't need to do that. Well, let me think about this. Because I can give this assistant, if they go downtown, 1 extra action point, so they would have 2, and they can take the left slot. Yeah, okay, and that would be worth 4, which means, okay, I could re-roll one of those bank dice and just see if it comes up as a 5 or 6. And if it does, great. And if it doesn't, I'll still get 4, and that's what I need. Okay, I'll leave the assignments the way I have it then. So, all right, I'm set with this. Let's discard this previous card from the air and replace it with this one, which is a performance type card. And so they're going to do, let's see, theater, downtown, theater. If they had another character, they would use their theater special assignment card here, but they don't have another character. And now the question is, does the air have at least 1 trick of the highest level available to it? Yes. So the air is in the ready position. They're not busy. They're ready. So I think they're going to try and perform. I guess I didn't anticipate that because that means the theater is contested. They'll probably take the space that gives the extra action point. Yeah, that would be their preference. So that's okay. I'll still get to set up a couple of tricks, and hopefully I can put on a card where they will perform it. So I am first player now. I am going to downtown. With an apprentice, I will use my special ability to give them 1 extra action point, so they have 4 action points. I'm going to re-roll one of the dice at the bank for 1 action point, and we got a 3. All right, so that being said, I'm going to take this action for 3 action points, gain 4 coins. So here's 4 coins. Let's keep them separate. Before assigning that character, I forgot again, sorry, flip over this this contraption to gain 2 more coins. So I've got 3 over here. We'll just make those 3 a 5. But okay, here are the 4 coins I just gained from this action. So using this special assignment card, you may immediately spend any amount of the received money to buy up to 3 components available at Market Row. Ooh, and now that I'm reading it back, I'm questioning whether I can do what I want. I would like to buy 2 glass and 2 wood. That's obviously 4 pieces. I guess that's 4 components, but is it saying up to 3 like different components or 3? Yeah, I guess it's saying only 3 things, not 3 different things, which means I won't be able to set up. Oh, I will be able to set up that trick. Okay, I'm going to spend 3 coins. I'm going to get 2 wood. So now I have enough to set up card manipulation, and I'll get 1 glass. So I still need 1 more glass if my plan is to get that, whatever that mirror trick was. So I've spent these 3 coins. This goes over here, and that is my turn. I think that was pretty okay. So now it's time for the gentleman, and the only place that's contested is the theater. So he's going to go to the theater, and he's got multiple theater characters, so he always sends from left to right, except when going to the theater, skip the magician. So it's going to be this apprentice. Preference is going to be Thursday. So sending the apprentice here, he's got a couple of action points. Or I'm sorry, no, he doesn't, because when the solo opponent goes to the theater, you ignore the modifier. So it's only got 1 action point to spend. So he's going to set up 1 trick. He's going to prefer to set up this one because that's his better trick. And now we need to pick a theater card, or a performance card rather. So he'd first prefer any card that already has one of his tricks. There's none. Then he's going to prefer one that has one of my tricks. There's none. So then he's going to prefer the leftmost. And this is an optical type trick. He's not going to be able to gain any link bonus that way. So he's just going to place his trick in the top left. Okay, so that's fine. My turn is next, and with nothing else contested, I can kind of do whatever order I want. So let's just go to the dark alley, because that'll be an interesting decision. I'm sending my magician to the dark alley. Here, I've got 5 action points to spend, so I'm going to take 1 to gain a special assignment card, and then spend 3 for a second card, and then spend 2 more for a third special assignment card. So what cards do I want? I think I might go Downtown, Workshop, and Theater. I'm going to skip Market Row because I'm okay on components for now. I won't need any for a while. So let's start with Downtown. The 2 options here are Thirst for Knowledge and Mass Recruitment. So these read, you may learn a trick from any category regardless of the die roll as long as it's not an X. And this learn trick action costs you 1 action point less. That sounds excellent. What are we competing against here with Mass Recruitment? If you hire an apprentice, you may pay 3 coins to hire a second one. This costs no additional action points and is independent from the die rolls. That's not bad, but I think Thirst for Knowledge is much more useful for me. I'm going to take that. I would like to have more characters for sure, but it doesn't help as much in the solo mode with all this blocking going on. Really, the only place that it helps me is I can more reliably get more people into the theater to set up more tricks. But you can only ever send 1 person to the dark alley because there's no dark alley special assignment cards. You've only got 1 permanent assignment card for dark alley. So even though the opponent's not going to dark alley, I can't use that second spot. Maybe it could be helpful to send more people to the workshop, especially with the secret workshop available. But you're never going to get 2 people to Downtown. You're never going to get, I don't know, I guess that's it. That's the one place I'd want to send 2 people, and it's just not going to happen. So I just don't know if I need that many apprentices, at least right now. All right, so now I'm going to gain a workshop secret assignment card. What do these say? We've got Trick Tweaking and Replaceable Parts. Trick Tweaking is you receive +1 trick on the prepared trick. So this only works at the regular workshop, not the secret workshop, but you gain +1 trick on it. That's not bad. And then Replaceable Parts. Oh, this is kind of interesting. You may choose to receive 1 less trick on the prepared trick. If you do, you may put 1 trick marker on another trick you own with the same or lower fame value, even if you don't meet its component requirements. While that is interesting, I like Trick Tweaking a bit better. So we're going to take that one. And then finally, I will take a performance special assignment. So let's draw 2 of those. On the left, we have Guest Performer. On the right, we have Street Performance. So let's see what these do. You may set up the trick marker even if the performance card has no free trick marker slots. Place the marker on an unused area anywhere on the performance card. This trick marker is considered part of the performance. Okay, and then street performance. Instead of moving the trick marker, you may remove it from the performance card and immediately receive that trick's yields. Yield modifiers apply. So that's like if I've already got something set up, I can do this action and just remove it and gain the yield in advance. I think I'd rather just try and have it performed. I'm going to not keep that one, and I'll take guest performer. I don't know if I'll use it for its action, but I mean, I'll take the action point, if it comes down to it. So, okay, I think that was effective. Now we go back to the opponent. And so the gentleman is going to go downtown with the manager. They've got 1, 2, 3 action points to spend. So they'll be resolving 1 die. And they already have 2 tricks at the highest level available to them. So they won't take a trick. So then they would like to gain a specialist, but the specialist die is showing manager, and they have a manager. So instead they will take an apprentice because they only have 1 apprentice right now. So we'll place that apprentice right here. They gain that apprentice at the end of the round. Now it's back to me. I'm going to send this apprentice to the workshop. I've got 1 action point, and I will use it to set up card manipulation, which requires 3 cloth and 3 wood, and I have that. So I get to put 2 trick markers right here. Great. And obviously Secret Workshop was available. It would have been the exact same thing. I would have had 1 plus 1 action point, but you don't do the regular setup, so I would have set up for 1, 2. I couldn't have put anything else on Steam Organ because it's already full. It's got as many tricks as it can hold. So we go back to the gentleman now who's just going to place their magician in the theater. Back to me, and I have my assistant who's going to go to the theater. I've got 2 action points to spend. I'm going to set up 2 tricks. And so I'm going to set up 1 of each of these on the performance card that I know that the opponent is going to perform this time. So can I get any link bonuses? This one is optical type. So I could get a link bonus if I place it vertical like that. This one is mechanical type. That would... Is there any way to get a link bonus out of... That could get me a link bonus as well. But I have no way to get the shard. And so it really doesn't matter what order I place them in. I could, because of Steam Organ's special ability, I could place Steam Organ on here twice, but I'd rather have card manipulation get performed than Steam Organ because the yields are identical except card manipulation provides 1 more fame, 1 fame versus 0. So, and since this order doesn't matter, what did I say? This one is the mechanical type, so I'll put mechanical in that top circle, and that creates a link bonus on the bottom, so that gets me 1 fame. And then this one is an optical type, so I will have to place it like this, and that does not create any link bonus. So that's it for character placement. Now it's the performance phase. The gentleman will be performing, and so he's going first because he's on Thursday. He's only got 1 card he can perform. And as a reminder, the opponent, the heir, ignores this modifier for the yield. So on this performance card, the performance bonus is a shard. So they gain 1 shard, and link bonuses are going to be 1 fame each. There is 1 link, so that is 1 fame. And now they perform the tricks, starting with clubs. That is this one, rabbit and a hat. They're going to gain 3 fame for that. 1, 2, 3, and 1 coin. I'll keep their coins over here to the side so they're a little easier to grab. And maybe I'll do the same with the shards. I'm just going to swap locations because I'll never need to grab the shards. So those are up there. They've got 1 coin. And then that trick is returned. So it's perpetually prepared. And now they're going to do some of my tricks. So this might help me more than them. Club, that is Steam Organ. That is going to be 1 coin and 1 shard. So here's a coin. Here's a shard. That's good. And then, I guess that goes away. And then they're going to perform this diamond trick right here. So that is going to be 1 fame, 1 coin. So here's the coin and 1 shard. So now I filled up 2 of these. That's going to be helpful. And then this trick marker goes away. So that wasn't bad. And that's the end of the performance phase. And they get no backstage bonus on easy mode. So now it's the end of the round. Time to pay wages. They do not have 10 coins. I've got to pay 1, 2, 3. I do have that. Great. Now I can return characters. Here's my magician. Here's an apprentice. Another apprentice and my assistant. And where's their, obviously in the theater, there's their magician, their manager who recruited an apprentice, and then they've got another apprentice here. Okay, then orders would arrive, nothing's going on there. Now we move performance cards, so this one will come here, this one comes here, the last of the Riverside Theater. That is 1 coin at the bottom. We remove the posters. Move this round tracker, so that's on round 3. Then we move the prophecies. So this one is just discarded, and this one's in effect. So all coin yields during performances will be fame instead. And we draw a new prophecy from the bag. And what is this one going to be? So Saturday has a yield modifier of +1 fame and +1 coin, similar to Sunday. So that's really cool if this is open, so you don't get the -1 action points, but you still get the nice yield. I would like to have that on some late game performances. Now I remove assignment cards. Whoopsie, and just destroy my whole board. There's my permanent assignment cards. This special assignment card goes away. Let me fix my board though. Okay. Kind of close. And this is the only special assignment card from this round, so I don't need to do anything else. It just goes to the bottom of its deck, and these get removed. Okay. And finally, I reactivate contraptions that have their Trickerion shards next to them. So that's going to be these bottom 2 contraptions. Like to get working on these other ones if I can. And now we are starting round 3. So that means we're going to be rolling some dice. So let's start with the downtown. All right, this one's an X. Also an X. No tricks this time, huh? All right, we've got a manager and an apprentice again. And we've got 4 coins and 3 coins. That's looking pretty similar. Tricks are going to be sparse though. And now these 2 blocking dice don't have any markers under them, so we're going to re-roll these. And we will move the trackers to the theater and to the dark alley. And so dark alley is going to now look like this, and the theater is going to look like that. All right, now we set initiative order. I'm still behind. Now it's the advertise phase. I will spend 1 coin. So I had 5, now I have 4. I'm gaining 2 fame. 1, 2. Gentleman gets 2 fame. 15, 16. They're at the next level. And now it's the assignment phase. And so, what is it I want to do this round? I don't know how I would do it, but I wouldn't mind setting up both of these tricks here on this card and then performing it to gain the shard plus a shard from each of the tricks, and those 3 shards will help me flip this contraption over. That would definitely be nice. And the manager came up again. Maybe I want to send someone to downtown to get the manager, and then maybe send somebody to Market Row to order in the mirrors that I'm going to want for that shattered glass trick. And once those mirrors arrive, then I'll only need to buy 1 and I can put it on the manager. So what I think I'll do is I'll hold on to this Thirst for Knowledge special assignment card. I'm not going to gain the trick this time. It's too much work to do that, but I will send an apprentice downtown. And if I can send them first, which I should be able to do on first in turn order, I can go here, have 3 action points and just get the manager. And I won't even have to spend that extra action point until I send, if and when I send this apprentice. So Trickerion. I don't think I need any of these special assignment cards necessarily. So if I want to perform, I'll need my magician to go to the theater. I'll need somebody to set up tricks. I'd like to set up at least 2, but I could do this apprentice to do that. I think it's better to do the assistant, though. I'd rather have them backstage for the bonus. Plus this assistant, if they're going to Market Row, I can give them 1 extra action point. So that'd be starting at 2, and they would have a minimum of 3 action points, if not 4. And all I really want to do is buy a glass for 1 action point and order in the mirror for a 2nd action point. So, okay, I like that plan. And then with another character later, with the manager, I'll have more ability to go to the workshop next round to set up some more tricks. Perhaps build this next contraption too. So, okay, I feel pretty decent about this. Let's see how the gentleman ruins it. All right, so we get a setup card here, not a performance card. And where do they want to go? They want to go downtown, Market Row, and Dark Alley, and the theater with all permanent assignment cards. Okay, so because it's a setup card, their status will be busy this round, and I get to go first. And so all of my locations are contested, downtown, theater, and Market Row. Let's see, if I go to downtown, they will prioritize the theater next, and they will, because they're in setup mode, take the rightmost spot. They'll take one of these. So that means when I go to the theater, I'll get a Friday slot. So I'll have enough action points to set up more stuff. I won't get the better yields. And I think I'd rather have the action points. So that's fine. So I'll go downtown. They'll go to the theater. Then I can go to Market Row and get to Market Row first. Okay, I like this. So I'm starting with downtown. I'm sending my apprentice. I go here. I'm not using the extra action point right now. So they've got 2 + 1. They've got 3 action points. I'm going to recruit a manager. So I'll place my manager here. I get them at the end of the round. That was pretty solid. So I already decided downtown's no longer contested. Their next priority is the theater because that is contested. So they're going to take their apprentice and go as far right as possible right here. And they ignore the modifiers and they're just going to set up one trick. So they're going to prefer this trick. They're going to prefer a card where they already have tricks. There's no such card. Then they'll prefer a performance card where I have a trick. There's no such cards. Then they're going to take the leftmost. This is a optical type trick. So not that way. What if they do that? No, they're not going to be able to get a link bonus no matter what they do. So they're just going to take this top corner. That might not be so bad for me. Although I wanted to perform this one because I want that shard. So, okay, whatever. My turn. I can go wherever I want. I'm going to Market Row because that's contested and I want to get there first. So I've got 3 action points and I might as well give that apprentice 1 additional action point because I didn't do it with that one. So I've got 4 action points to spend. I'm going to spend 1 to buy some glass. So that is my 3rd glass. That costs 1 coin. Ooh, and I keep forgetting. Before I send that apprentice, let me flip both of these and gain 4 coins. So I'll take 1, replace it with a 5. Here we go. Okay, so that was 1 action point. I've got 3 more. I'm going to spend 1 to order in mirrors, and I'm going to put it up here so it's less likely to be replaced. I've got 2 action points left, and I don't even really know what to do with it. I'm going to use 1 to discount the glass that I just bought, I think. Oh, but I can't because I only spent 1 coin. I can't decrease the total price to 0. So what am I going to do with those 2 other action points? Are there any other things I might want to order? After I get Shattered Mirror, is there something else I can do? I've got 3 cloth, and I'll have a mirror. Maybe I can get some saws and do paper shred, or let's see, is there anything else I'll have the materials for in a level 3 later? No mirrors there. Mirrors, glass, wood. I've got most of that. With just a little petroleum, I could do seance. That might not be a bad thing to prepare for. Mirrors, glass, and saws. I can do assistance revenge. Again, petroleum and a cog for stairs of water. Animals, metal, I'm not going to do that. Glass, animals, locks, probably not vanishing elephant. Cloth, glass, no, that's costumes. So maybe either saws. Man, there's just nothing in my own school. That's kind of annoying. That uses mirrors. Yeah, maybe saws and petroleum I order in to give me some options later. I think with slight preference for petroleum, because I can do that in a couple places. Petroleum can help me do seance, which will already be equipped for. I'll just need the petroleum for that. Saws for assistance revenge. Petroleum and a cog for stairs of water. Is there anything else at a lower level? Oh, I could do, yeah, paper shred would be saws. Probably, yeah, I'm going to order saws and petroleum then. So I think I've got a slight preference for the petroleum. Put petroleum there and then saws here. So that's my 4 action points. Now we're going to the gentleman. So there's nothing else contested at this point. So they're going to prefer to go downtown. They're sending their magician downtown. So their special ability is gain 1 fame per trick they have. So that's 2 fame. 1, 2. And they've got 4 action points to spend. So they'll resolve 2 dice, but the tricks are unavailable. There is no specialist available. So they will gain 1 apprentice. They can still get another one of those before they get fed up with it. So they're going to gain an apprentice. So we'll put that here. And then they're going to resolve 1 bank die. They're going to gain 4 coins. So that makes 5 in total by their character board. And so now I can go. I've only got 2 people left here. So let's send the assistant to the theater. I'm going to go on Friday, which means I'll perform first. I get to set up 2 tricks. And I'll do card manipulation and steam organ. And I'm going to put them both on this card here to get me my shards. Steam organ is mechanical. If I do that, I can get a link bonus this way. The mechanical symbol's in the top circle, link bonus on the bottom. That is a level 1 trick, so that's 1 fame. And this one's optical, so there's no way I can get a link bonus with it, but I'll place it here just in case. I mean, they've already gone to the theater, but in theory, if they were able to go to the theater again, or if I failed to perform that card or something, at least I'm blocking that Trickerion space so they can't get it. So those are the 2 tricks that I've placed, and it is back to the gentleman now, who is going to go to Market Row with their manager. They've got 3 action points. Before we get to the action points, let's see, they're going to take care of metal and cloth because those are both available to buy, so that's off of their shopping list. And now they're going to order in for 1 action point each. Well, they would like to order 2 things, but there's too many slots. I've already taken them up, so I'm just going to shuffle these up. And they will order this one, animals. Okay, so it remains in their shopping list along with the rope, but animals will be ordered right there. And now they're out of action points, so that's it for their turn. For me, I'm just sending my magician to the theater, and the gentleman will send the apprentice to Dark Alley. They've got 3 action points, so they'll gain 1 special assignment card. They've already got theater and downtown, so I think they take Market Row. Yep, that's right. They take Market Row. And we need to flip a coin. So again, if it comes up with the M, then I will rotate the prophecies. And if it's not the M, I won't. No, I will not rotate the prophecies. And just watch now. I'm going to pass them in fame this round, and they're going to get to go first for this prophecy. That's gonna be not good. But okay, fine. That was their turn. Now it's their performance phase. Yeah, and they're not performing. It's just me performing. So I'm going first. I'm on Friday. I'm going to pick this card. So I gain 1 shard for the card, and there is 1 link bonus on the card right here. So that is going to gain me 1 fame. Up to 15. Now I perform the tricks, and the Dark Alley modifier here during the performance phase, the yields any coins will be fame. So this would get me 1 coin and 1 shard. So instead, here's the shard, but instead of the coin, here's the fame. So I'm at level 2. That's very good. And then I'm going to perform this trick, which would be 1 fame, 1 coin, and 1 shard. So we take the shard, but I will get 2 fame instead of 1 fame and a coin. So we are tied. That's interesting. These 2 markers go away. If I can grab them, there we go. And with performances done, we go to the end of round phase, or basically the cleanup phase. That starts with pay wages. They do not have 10 coins. I've got to pay 1, 2, 3. That's it. I've got to pay 3 coins. Let's spend this 5, get 2 coins back. Now return characters. So my magician comes back from the theater. My assistant. I didn't get my assistant bonus. That's 2 fame. 1, 2, I forgot that. Okay, cool. That was a close one. So get my assistant back. And then I've got an apprentice at the market. And I've got an apprentice who's going to bring back a new manager. So I need the sideboard. Here is the manager. And I plan to put some of these expensive items on the manager. So definitely the mirror, but maybe the petroleum or maybe the saw. We'll see how it goes. And now we gain the gentleman's characters. So they get their magician back along with an apprentice. They get this apprentice here, another apprentice here, and here's their manager. Okay, now orders arrive. All of these are going away. So no more cloth, no more wood, no more glass, no more metal. And these all are just going to slide over into those spots. Neat. Let me tidy those up a little. What is the next step? Move the performance cards. So this is discarded. This slides down, and we're going to get the Grand Megorian. That one is 3 coins. Okay. Now we remove the posters. Advance this, move the prophecies. This one goes away. This one's in effect. We're going to need a new prophecy. So we go to our draw bag and get this one, whatever that is. Oh, that's a neat one. So when you take theater actions, this rule no longer applies. You may spend a Trickerion shard one time to gain one action point. But I probably won't be doing that. I want all of my shards. And now we get our assignment cards back. They're all permanent assignment cards, so none of the special ones are going away this time. And now I can flip over all three of these contraptions. So this one's active, and when this one activates, I gain a fame. Awesome. Let's take that. If I'm going to be ahead, I might as well be further ahead. So now we enter round 4, and that means we need to roll. Downtown dice. Another X on the trick. I don't think I like that very much because I want a trick. Let's see, 6 coins and no coins. What is this one going to be? Mechanical. That's not what I was looking for. I don't think it matters. One's an X. Okay, and now I need to re-roll these two, Downtown and Market Row. It's going to be interesting. All right, Downtown looks good. Market Row. Okay. And now I need to move these markers as well. This one goes here and get this out of here. This marker. So next time I'll re-roll the Dark Alley and the Theater. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So at least there's a lot of action points available downtown. A little bit less so here at the market, but the market is at least predictable. You know what you're going to get. But I very much want now to get an optical type trick, which means this would cost me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 action points to make that happen. That would be tough. That means I would have to send my magician downtown and they would have to get the leftmost spot, but I'm not going to be first in initiative order anymore, and they will almost certainly go downtown. My only hope is if they get a performance card and the theater is contested, then they will go to the theater before downtown. Oh, but not even, because they're going to get to go twice. So even if the theater is contested and the downtown is contested, they'll go theater and then they'll go downtown. There is no way I'm getting that leftmost slot. And they're going to want a trick, so that first die is going to be an X. I could try and re-roll and use my thirst for knowledge. Hold on, though. I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to set initiative. I am going to be in the later spot. And they will always advertise. 1, 2. Should I spend 3 coins to advertise? I don't think I will this time to get the 2 fame. I think... well, let me think about it, because I can flip these 3. It's going to give me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins. If I spend these, then I'll have 8 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how I'd pay wages, but I've maybe got some options. No, I think I'll skip advertising this time. So, okay, yuck. We're in the assignment phase. It's going to be kind of rough. I should just expect they will go to the theater and the downtown using this prophecy. So if I send... I'd rather have my magician continue to perform. Let's say I send any of my other people downtown. They would have 1, 2, 3 action points. So even with this, oh, wait a minute. You may learn a trick from any category regardless of the die roll as long as it's not an X. This learn trick action costs you 1 action point less. So I can roll the die. If I have 3 action points, let's just say I send this apprentice. Give them an extra action points. I've got 1, 2, 3. Use one of them to roll a die. And then as long as it doesn't come back X, I'll have 2 points left and I can learn a trick from any school I want. And so then I would do Shattered Mirror. I would get that because that's what I've been building towards. Okay, so let's assume I gain that trick. Then I'm going to need to buy the actual mirrors. So I need to send somebody to Market Row, and I don't think this is where I need to spend extra action points. So I'm just going to send a regular apprentice. They'll have 2 action points and get mirrors, and then I can just have them get petroleum. And if the saws are still there later, so be it. So I've got 3 people left I can assign and 2 theater cards, plus a special assignment for the theater. Oh, but I would need to set something up. So I definitely want somebody to go to the workshop, and I can set up 1 extra trick. So if I get a new trick, buy the components, then I want somebody to set it up. What does it cost to set that trick up? That one's going to cost 2 action points. This one's empty. So ideally, I'd like to get 3 action points. So I might use trick tweaking and just not use the additional prepared trick and send, I don't know, just say my, well, what are the backstage bonuses? Money or fame, we'll say, put my manager to go to the workshop and set up another trick. So she can set up the new one for 2. She could set up this one for 1. Although if I had another action point, I could buy one more contraption and start getting fame for it. So I can get a point by spending a shard, but I'd want to make sure I get another shard back then. And I can ensure that by performing. So maybe I put my magician in the theater and my assistant could set up a couple of tricks. But if we assume that the heir is going to be performing, they're going to prefer Friday. So I'll be going here and I'll only have 1 action point to spend. I'll only be able to set up 1 trick. That's not very good. If we happen to get another setup card, then they'll take this and I can set up 2 tricks. That's better. But maybe I'm better off swapping this out for this special assignment card. Just to gain the additional action point. But then I'll be fresh out of special assignment cards and I'll definitely need to go to the dark alley next time. But I think this is okay. The only problem is the whole thing hinges on not rolling an X when I go downtown. So that kind of scares me. But okay, I'm set here. Let's see what the heir is going to do. So we grab the next card, and it is not a performance card. Well, okay, I think that's good. I think that means I'll be able to set up an extra trick or perhaps use the guest performer piece. So we need to do the assignment cards. They're going to prefer, let's see, they're sending their magician to the market. This is downtown. This is the theater. This is going to be the special workshop. That's fine. And then a special assignment card for the downtown. Don't like that. All right. So they're first, and they get to go twice. So what's contested? Theater's contested. Well, Market Row's contested. Downtown is contested. Theater's contested. Workshop's contested. Everything. So their first preference is going to be downtown. They're sending their whoever this is, manager downtown. So they have 4 action points to spend. That means they're going to resolve 2 dice. They're going to start with this one. They're going to learn a mechanical trick, and they're at level 2. So we need to get the level 2 tricks. 16, 16, 16, 16. Shuffle them up. Whoop, gently. Okay, they get sawing the assistant in half. That was one I was potentially looking at grabbing if I got the saws. So that one is gone. That's okay. I've got enough other options. I prefer the petroleum over the saws anyway. This one's only got a yield of 1 fame. So they're actually going to slot it in this 3rd slot. And so they set it up right now with 3 tricks on it. And they need saws and wood. So both of those are going to go into their shopping list. All right, so that was the first die. Then they're going to try and get a specialist. There's none available. So then they're going to check for apprentices. And they do not have all of their apprentices yet. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or fewer characters, which is what they check for on when you're playing without the academy. So they will gain an apprentice as their second action. Set that to an X. And that was their first character placement. With this prophecy, they get another one. So everything is contested still. So they're going to, oh no. I didn't see this coming. This is a huge problem. Downtown is still contested. They have 2 downtown cards. They're going to go downtown again. I'm not going to be able to go at all, which means I can't get a trick, which means this is all going to fall apart. That's a huge problem. I'm going to have to adapt. They've got 2 action points. They're going to resolve 1 die. And so they're going to just take 6 coins. So that gets them to 11 coins total. There's a 10 and a 1. I am in so much trouble. I can't go downtown. So I'm just going to idle this apprentice. Oh, that is very bad. Golly. Okay, so I can send 2 people. And I guess I still need to go to Market Row. Before I go, I will remember this time to flip over all 3 of my contraptions and gain 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins. Okay. Man, and I'm going probably to Market Row. And since I'm idling this apprentice, this one I'll give the additional action points. So they've got 1, 2, 3 action points. Although there's really no reason to go to Market Row first because they're going to go to Market Row once, but the slots are identical. So there's nothing to be gained by going there now. So maybe instead I send my manager to the workshop. I've got 2 action points. So I guess I'll spend 1 just to set up this trick, and I'll use this ability to gain 1 additional trick on it. So I put 3 there, which is fine if I can get it performed a few times at least. And then I've got 1 action point left, so I guess I'll use it to build this contraption. I'll spend 2 coins and build my last contraption. That was my first placement. Now I can place somebody else, and I might as well make it my assistant. So before I place them, I will flip this contraption. And for every 4 coins I have, I gain a fame. I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I gain 2 fame for that. The coins are not spent. And I'm going to send this assistant. Where do I want to go? I think I'm going to just use this for the +1 ability. So I'm going to go here. So she's got 2 action points, -1, +1. That gets her back to 2 action points. So I can set up 2 tricks, and then I'll have the better yields when I perform. And so I'll take this trick, and I'll perform them, I think, both on this Grand Megoria card. Although I might want another shard. That wouldn't be a bad thing to have. And let's see. This one's mechanical. Like, if I place it there, I could get... No. That would give me a link bonus, but like there's these 2 spaces. Could I get a shard that way? If I place this that way, and this is an optical trick, I could place it that way. I could get a shard on that card anyway. Well, I wish I could get 1 more trick on it because I could probably get several link bonuses if I had another trick. But yeah, for now I'll place this one, which is mechanical, and the mechanical's in the up circle. And this one is optical, and optical is in the left circle. Yeah, if I was able to get another mechanical, I would get 2 more link bonuses. And you can place 2 of those on the same trick. I just don't have any more. Okay, so I get 1 link bonus, and it does give me a shard, and I get 1 fame for creating the bonus. So here's 1 shard. And those were my 2 character placements. So now 2 more placements from the air. So what's contested? Just Market Row. And the theater's still contested. So they're going to prefer the theater first. So they're going to go here. That's already taken. So they'll go there. They're going to place 1 trick. So it's going to be one of these. And they're going to place it on this card where they already have a trick. This is a spiritual type. Can they get... Oh yeah, they can get a link bonus right here for that. So that is a level 1 trick. They get 1 fame. And then they get to place a second character. Market Row is still contested. So they're going to send their magician to Market Row, which will get them 1 fame per trick they have. 3 fame. 1, 2, 3. We're tied at 44 fame. And now they're here. They're going to get rid of animals and saws from their shopping list because those are things that are available. And then the 2 other things they need, wood and rope. So let's get wood, let's get rope. They're going to order them. And they'll replace, all right, there's wood and then rope. So I'm probably, well, if I want saws, I need to get them now. So I sort of want saws. I don't know how desperately I want that, though, or how much I want to invest in it. But it's my turn. I get to place 2 characters now. I'll send my apprentice to Market Row, give them 1 extra action point with my ability. So they've got 3 action points to spend. So I can have them buy mirrors, petroleum, and saws. But maybe instead of getting saws, I would just be better off using that extra action point for a discount. I think that's what I'll do. I'll use 1 action point to get mirrors, 1 action point to get petroleum, and the third to bargain, get a 1 coin discount. So this is, I want 1 mirror and I think 1 petroleum because I'm going to put them on these manager slots. So I'll have an extra 1 of each. I know I want, this is the wrong book, this one. I know I want 2 mirrors for Shattered Mirror. And then if I do any of the other side, the one I really want is Seance. That costs 2 petroleum. So I would need 2 petroleum and 2 mirrors. So I only need to buy 1 of each of those. I think I'm pretty locked into Seance at this point. Petroleum cogs. That one's sawing assistant in half is already gone. I've lost that option. I don't have the metal for that. I could get Zigzag Lady. That would be 1 petroleum. That doesn't involve saws at all. The only other option would be Assistant's Revenge. That's 2 saws. I don't want to buy that much stuff. Not knowing if I'm even going to get it. That's another level 3 trick as well, which I'm a little ways off from. So I'll buy 1 mirror. That's going to cost 3 and 1 petroleum. 4, 5, and then I'm going to bargain, so that's going to cost me 4. So here's 4 coins spent, and I'm going to put these both on my manager spot, so it's as if I've got 2 of each of those. So that was my first character placement with this prophecy. My second one is just going to be my magician, because I'm going to idle that other assistant and get that card back. So I'm going to be performing on Sunday. Now we go over here to the gentleman, and he's only got 1 person left going to the workshop, so he's just going to block the secret workshop. Fine. And that's it for character placement. So now we go to performances. I'm the only one performing. I'm going to perform this one where I have some stuff. So Grand Megorian. So that's going to get me 3 coins for performing there. And there is 1 link bonus, so that will get me 1 fame. Yeah. No, I must be on the wrong track. I'm definitely on the wrong track. I skipped this whole orange part. So let's see. How many spaces is green one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I am at 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I should be here. That's funny. It took me a long time to figure that out. 45, 44. Yeah, okay. Take these off. So that didn't change the gameplay or anything. I was playing it correctly. I just wasn't thinking about the numbers, and I put on the wrong track. Kind of funny. Okay, so we're set up now. I am performing this trick. I think I already gave myself the 1 fame for the link bonus. So I've got each of these tricks is going to be performed. So this one, the clubs, will get me 1 coin and 1 shard. So 1 coin, 1 shard. The other one, the diamond there, will get me a fame and a coin and a shard. That'll get me up to, well, I'll just keep the singles because we'll be paying wages in a minute anyway. There's a shard, 3 shards there. I'm just 1 shard shy, but that's not too bad. Oh, and I forgot, I get my extra modifier here. So another fame and coin per one of my tricks. So that's 2 more fame and 2 more coins. Okay, that's very helpful. And then I have my assistant backstage. That's 2 more fame. I'm at 30. Gentleman's at 24. So I'm starting to get a big pile of coins. That's what I expected with this contraption setup. Just took me a while to start using it. But now I can clear the performance or the tricks off of that performance card. And now we go to cleanup. I need to pay wages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's too bad that the free one is the one that got idled. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I could have made change. 3, 4, 5. And we take 10 from the air, and they gain 2 fame for that. So now we return characters. Let's get my magician, my assistant. I've got an apprentice over here. I've got a manager. This was idled, so this goes back to my hand. I don't want to forget that. The other special assignment cards will go away. But we'll grab, here's the magician, and a couple of apprentices, and a manager. Should be another, oh, there's the other apprentice, okay. And now orders arrive, so animals and saws are no longer available for purchase. Move the performance cards. This one is discarded. Slide this one over and get another one from the Grand Megorian. 1 coin and 1 shard. Okay, and then we remove posters. Move the round counter. We're going to be going in round 5. Then do the prophecies. This terrible one goes away now. This is a bonus for setting up optical. And I have this one, and I want to gain the other optical. So let's try and make use of that this time. And here we go. This new prophecy says component types in the market row's order area can be bought with the buy action. So situationally, that can be very helpful because then you don't need to use this quick order. So if I decide, for example, that I want saws, I could just order a saw and then buy it as normal. So good option to have, I guess. Now, these special assignment cards that have been used all go back to the bottom of their decks. And the permanent assignment cards obviously come back off. I do need to get to the dark alley, get some more assignment cards, especially for the theater. I think at this point I want to be putting multiple people backstage. Now the last step is I can activate all the contraptions that have their shards next to them. So that's going to be the bottom three and one shard short for that top one. But when I flip this one over, I get one fame. So that's good. I'm at 31. So getting close to that 36 threshold. That's nice. And now we are starting round 5. So let's roll some dice. Just move that to the side for a second. We know we're in round 5. Really need that optical trick. Ooh, question mark. Well, that's not really going to do it for me. 6 coins and 4 coins. I don't know that I need the coins. An assistant, which I already have, and an apprentice. It might not be bad to get an apprentice. Let's roll this one. Links. Escape type. I don't know if that's going to help. Need to re-roll now Dark Alley and the theater. And put the markers. Dark Alley, theater, what are we going to have? Dark Alley, no middle spots, all or nothing. And theater is going to look like this. That's interesting. And it's going to be like that for rounds 5 and 6. We'll re-roll it for the last round. Now we set the initiative order. I am going to remain ahead. So then we're going to advertise. I am not advertising. The gentleman is advertising for free. That is 2 fame, right? Yep, they're all 2 fame. Okay. And we are at the assignment phase again. So I know I want to set up optical tricks, which includes this one and the other one that I want to get. I need to use Thirst for Knowledge. I'm going to be going second. And downtown's going to be contested for sure. So I should expect to get that second spot, which is 1 action point. I think... just try the same person again. So I should give them an extra action point. They'll go there. They'll have 3. They'll use 1 to re-roll. Oh, I won't even need to re-roll. So that's fine. I don't need to give them the extra action point. I'm guaranteed to be able to get a trick, and this says of any type that I want for 1 action point less. So they'll just go there, use their 2 action points, get the trick I want. I'll be safe. Then I've already got the components that I need to set it up. So I just need somebody to do the setting up, and that's going to cost 2 action points. Let's send the manager to do that. Again, because I'd rather have the assistant be the one backstage. I want the fame bonus more than the coins. I'm kind of okay on coins. So she'll set up the new trick, which will cost 2 action points, and this is 0 action points. So I'll set that up again as well with the manager at the workshop. Then I need people to perform the trick, put the tricks in the theater. Although I should really expect that the opponent's going to be performing this time. They're going to go to the theater. They're going to take Saturday, which will leave me with Sunday. I'm only going to have 1 action point here, which is not very good. It means I can only set up 1 trick. So is it worth it to even perform? Or am I better off sending my magician to the dark alley and getting a bunch of these cards in round 5 to set me up for a much better round 6 and 7? I think that might be the case. But I could send... I don't need to go to the market. I don't think I need anyone else. I don't need another downtown. So I'm going to send my other apprentice with their extra action point probably backstage as well, so I can set up a couple tricks that way. Of course, I can't have, after I've got more tricks set up that way, I can't have the magician do any performing because I'm out of assignment cards to send anyone to the theater. But I think this is fine. I just need to start off by getting the trick I want. Then I can go to the workshop, set up some tricks. Then I can put the tricks out, and I can go to the dark alley, and I can kind of do those in whatever order I want, either theater or dark alley. And really, I just need to do workshop. I need to do downtown, workshop, theater in that order, but there's not going to be any urgency to do any of those, I don't think. So I might prioritize dark alley to go and make sure I get that spot. We'll see where they're going, but if I can go here, then I can get... I'll have 5 action points and I can get 3 special assignment cards, and that could be really, really useful. So, okay, this is my plan. Let's see what the air is going to do. It is a performance card, but they do not have 2 tricks of their highest level. They've only got 1, so they're going to be in busy mode. I didn't think about that. So I think that's actually going to be in my favor. But let's place these assignment cards. They're going to do theater, downtown, dark alley, theater, and then a theater special assignment card. Okay. Oh, the air only needs one trick of the highest level available to it, so 16. So they are going to be in performance mode. So, okay, that's too bad for me, but that's okay. So, time to start assigning characters, or placing characters, to use the correct terminology. I am second player, so the gentleman's going to go first. Theater is contested, downtown is contested, dark alley is contested. So they're going to prefer the theater. They're going to send this apprentice. They're going to take the leftmost spot available. So I did see that coming. They're going to place one trick. They would like to place the diamond. They would like to place it on the card that has their tricks already, but this can't go there. So then they're going to go as far left as possible. This is a spiritual type trick. So they, oh no, that's not in a circle. They cannot, can they make a link bonus out of it? Spiritual that way, no. They're not going to be able to make a link bonus regardless of how they do it. So they'll just place this in the top left corner. Fine. So now I know that downtown and dark alley are both contested. Downtown I'll be fine. I assumed I was getting the second spot. So I will start with the magician going to the dark alley. And I will gain 3 special assignment cards. I'm not going to rotate these prophecies. So I'm going to start with the theater. I know I need one of those. There's New Twist and Arranged Fiasco. So respectively, they say you may set up the same trick marker on the same performance card for a second time. That's awesome. And then there's Arranged Fiasco. When you perform, you receive +1 fame for each of your own tricks, while other players receive -1 fame for each of their tricks. That's good, but I'm going to go with New Twist because then my highest yield trick, I can do it twice on one card. I would much rather do that. I'll get much more from that than just getting a +1 fame and a -1 for my opponents. I'm going to go to the workshop for my second card. Chain reaction and onstage preparation. So this one says, what is this? You may also reactivate an inactive contraption. Oh, this is the contraption one. Including gaining its fame bonus, if any, even if you do not have enough shards. That's interesting. So that's the same as the one I passed on earlier from the downtown, which I'm glad I took the one I did because I really need it. The other one here says on-stage preparation. After preparing the trick, you may immediately move one of the received trick markers onto an empty slot on one of the performance cards. You don't receive a link bonus payment if you created a link this way. Well, as much as I like chain reaction, on-stage preparation sounds really good. I think I'm going to take that. And then for my third one, I think I'm happy with both of these. So I'm going to go with another theater one then, because those are going to be in high demand going into those last rounds. We want to send as many people to the theater as we can. So 2 more of those. We have Headliner Trick and Grand Premiere. So Headliner Trick is if you create 1 or more link as you set up the trick, you receive the payment for each link twice, including shards. That's okay. What is Grand Premiere? If one of your own trick markers in your performance is performed for the first time in the game, double that trick's money, fame, or shard yield for this performance. Choose one. Yeah, I think that one. I can use that and potentially double my new trick's fame yield would be great. I think I'm pretty okay on shards at this point, and I've been fine on money. So that was a good turn at the dark alley. I forgot to use my contraptions. It's fine. I'll do it next time. It didn't affect anything. Let's let the gentleman go. Dark alley's not contested. Theater is technically still contested, as is downtown. So they're going to prefer, well, theater is still contested, so they're going to keep going to the theater, I guess. So they're going to use this one, who has a special assignment. They've got 2 action points then. So they're going to set up 2 tricks. It's going to have to be this one twice. Hearts, they don't have any hearts over here. So what kind of trick is this? Mechanical. Can they? Oh yeah, they can get a link bonus with a shard. So they will do that. So they're going to gain a shard, and that is a level 2 trick. So they get 2 fame. Here's the shard. And then again, another one. They cannot get a link bonus with this one. So they'll just place it here. Okay, now it's back to me. And amazingly, they have not gone downtown. I guess I'm going to take the better spot downtown. I'm going to go here. I've got 1, 2, 3 action points. I'm not using my bonus on this apprentice. So I'm going to spend 2 using my special assignment card, 2 action points to get a trick of any type I want. I'm going to set this question mark to an X. And I'm taking Shattered Mirror. So now I've got this, place it right here. Let's mark it. All right, Shattered Mirror. So that was 2 action points. And I'm going to use the 3rd action point to re-roll the specialist die, because right now it is on the assistant. I have an assistant. They do not, and they'll probably try and take an assistant if they can. So let's put this on an X. Oh, yeah. All right. No assistant for you. Okay, great. So where are they going now? Downtown is not contested. Theater is still contested. And Dark Alley is not contested. But even though theater is contested, I believe when the magician goes to the theater, they're always placed last. So if we check next, they're going to go to downtown. They're going to send their manager here. They've got 3 action points. And so they're going to learn a trick. I could have tried to re-roll that, but I didn't want to necessarily change the category. I'm not too worried about that category. And if it was an X, then they would definitely have gained that assistant. So I'd rather have them just gain a trick. So they're going to gain a trick level 2 of this type, of the escape type. 16, 16, 16, 16. They're all still here. I think there's something here. Oh, Zigzag Lady I could potentially get. Yeah, I'm not too worried about not getting it, though. I don't think I've really got an eye on it. I think I would rather, at some point, replace one of my level 1 tricks. I don't really know which, but replace one of them with a level 3 trick if I can get there. And it was Seance. One of them I would like to be Seance. So they're going to get Wolf Cage. So what's the yield on this? 3 fame and 1 shard. So this is going to be their preferred trick. This is going all the way to the left. These are sliding down. Wolf Cage. So here's the marker. This one only holds 1 trick marker. So there it is. It's set up. And petroleum, animals, and metal are all going to be added to the shopping list. All right. And that was the downtown action. So now I can go to the workshop. Go into my regular workshop. I've got 2 action points to spend. Oh, and I guess before I do that, let me flip all these, get my coins. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm at 14. Let me trade these in for a 10. So I think this is just going to keep going up from here. But now I've got my 2 action points to spend with my manager in the workshop. I'll spend 2 action points on Shattered Mirror because I do have 2 mirrors with this ability and 3 wood and 3 glass. So that trick is prepared twice. And then for 0 action points, I will set up Steam Organ again. Because I've not lost any of the components. We put 3 tricks on there. Great. Come back over here. This assistant or apprentice is going to the Dark Alley. They've got 1 action point. So they will take 1 special assignment from the theater. And they will flip a coin. So M for Megoria is going to rotate these. I think I'd rather not rotate it. I want this Saturday thing. I don't care so much about spending shards at the theater. I might have enough shards that I could use it, though, if it does rotate. Yep, we're rotating. So I might want to rotate them again to get this one in play, depending on if Saturday's even going to be available. But this one I don't care about at all. So these are the 2 interesting ones. Okay, that was a Dark Alley. Back to me. I've got a couple people I can send to the theater. Let's send the assistant. She's got 1 action point. She can set up 1 trick. So I'm going to do Shattered Mirror. I'm going to set that up. What is this? This type. The optical type. So I'm going to put optical in this circle where the shard is. And because I set up an optical trick, I gain 2 fame. So thank you, Prophecy. Now we go back to the air, who's just going to send their magician to the theater. Now it's back to me. I am sending this apprentice to the theater. They have 1 action point, -1, but I'm going to use my ability on this apprentice. So I've got 1 action point that could set up one more trick. And I'm going to put card manipulation, another optical, right there on that card. So I've just made a link bonus. Oh, I guess I should have done that in the other order, huh? Yeah, let's say I did that in the other order. So when I get the link bonus, I get 2 fame instead of 1. And now I also get 1 shard, and that is going to be critical. So my shards are filled up. Any extra shards I get just go in my general stockpile over here. So that is it for sending characters out. Now the performance phase happens. Only the gentleman is performing. So it is Saturday. Which of these cards has got the best yield with link bonuses and the performance card bonus? Well, this one has no links, so the total yield is going to be 1 coin, 1 shard. This one also has no links. Oh, that's not true. This one has 2 links, so that'd be 2 fame plus a coin. So they're going to perform this one. So yeah, their card bonus is 1 coin. Their links, they've got 1 link here and 1 link there. So that's going to be 2 fame, 1, 2. And now they perform each of the tricks. The club is this one. That will be 3 fame, 1, 2, 3, and 1 coin. Next is the heart. That will be 1 fame. Now they're at 36 for real. And 5 coins. Wow, that's a big one. And then the diamond is 2 fame and 1 coin and a shard. So 1 coin, 1 shard. Okay, so those are all performed, and then these just get set up again. So here's 1 club, 1 heart, and 1 diamond. And that's it for performances. So we're at the end of the round again. We need to pay wages. They're just 1 coin short of 10. I need to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I have to break this up, huh? Okay, so I paid 5. And before I forget, this special assignment card goes to the bottom, as does this one. We can grab all of our other regular assignment cards now, or permanent assignment cards. And now start returning characters. You should probably do the cards before the characters for just that reason. Let's see, a manager, and yeah, they've got a lot of apprentices, don't they? I've got my magician here. Oh, I didn't perform, so I didn't get that bonus. That's fine. What else? Another apprentice here, manager. Okay, we're good. That's characters. Now we will move performance cards. This one goes away. This one is sliding down. I'll definitely want to make sure to perform that one this time. Slide this. And now we've got this one from the Magnus Pantheon. Card bonus of 2 fame and 2 coins. All right. Now remove posters. Move the round order, round tracker down to round 6. Move the prophecies. This goes away. This one's active, so we can spend 1 shard at the theater to get an additional action point. It's not bad. I might make use of that, especially with Sunday likely being where I'm going again. What does this one do? Anytime you receive 1 or more shards, you receive an additional 1. That would have been very powerful early in the game, playing with the dawn of technology. Not so much now. But now, all of these are filled with shards, so I get all 4 of my contraptions back. When this third one flips, I gain a fame, and look at that. It's going to kick me into level 3 for real this time. Flip this one over. Great. And now we are ready to start round 6. I need to offload my footage, and then I'll be right back with rolling the dice. All right, so we are starting round 6, and we need to roll the dice. I'm feeling pretty okay about where we're at. Let's see how this turns out, though. All right, we've got optical trick. It's going to be preferred. Engineer. Neither of us has an engineer. A little late in the game, I think, for me to grab the engineer, but not the worst thing ever. A lot of coins there. And what is this going to be? Ooh, optical again. Okay. Whoops, bumped that. Now I need to re-roll downtown and Market Row. So here's the new downtown, and I need to lock it. We're not going to be re-rolling that one again. So that looks like this. Pretty contentious. And market row is not changed. Fine. Okie doke, that is it for dice. So now we set initiative, and hey, look at that. I'm actually a little behind, which means I'm first player. I don't mind that, because I will pay to advertise now. So here's my 1 coin. So we both go up 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so we're in the assignment phase. I get to go first this round, and we can use Trickerion shards for extra action points, one time, normal limitation, at the theater. So I think this round I'm going to want to perform this card here. Let's see if I can get the steam organ on it. But I'm also very interested in setting things up probably on that card to be able to do it next round. I've got to perform the next 2 rounds for sure. Although, now that I'm in level 3, I'm thinking I probably want to get Seance, which is in the spiritual type. So that'll be a little tough to get right now. I guess if I send one of my specialists to downtown, they go there immediately. That's 4 action points, and I can spend a shard for a 5th to set one of those dice and then gain a trick. But if I do that, I'm going to want to get the trick first and then do the workshop so that I can prepare the trick. Maybe I do on-stage preparation. And then everything else would probably be dedicated to the theater. Probably 2 theaters and then one of these. Probably grand premiere. This is probably what I want to do. The question is where. And I said I need to send a specialist downtown. I guess I could send an apprentice, though, because they can have an extra action point. That'd be 2, 4, plus a shard is 5. Let's send an apprentice downtown. And then my manager will do the preparation again, and we'll try and do an on-stage preparation. And then for the theater, I'll have the assistant, you go to the theater, you do grand premiere. Well, I don't know if it matters. You need another action point. I want this effect because I'm pretty sure both downtown and theater will be contested. If I prioritize downtown, which I probably need to do, then I definitely get that level 3 trick I want. But then that means this apprentice is getting the +1 action point, which means this one will only have 1. And if they go backstage, they won't be able to set anything up, which is useless if I go Sunday. Well, that's okay. You know what I'll do? I'll use... Here. This is what I'll do. You'll do grand premiere, and you'll still go to the theater, and this apprentice will go to the dark alley and get me some more special assignment cards. I think that's what I want. So worst case scenario, because I'm going to prioritize the trick, I'll set it up. I'll still be able to set up the new trick on this card, and then this assistant can set something up over here on that card for next time. And so yeah, that should all be good. This is set. Let's see what the apprentice does. Or not the apprentice, the heir. Oh, they've got a setup card. That's kind of wild. Okay, so they've got downtown, market row, workshop, theater, and dark alley. I get to go first, but what will be contested and what will they do? I think I've got to go downtown first, which means downtown will no longer be contested. The theater will. They're going to take Sunday. So I'll get to set up more stuff. I just won't get the bonus yields. I think that's fine. It's too bad this prophecy wasn't out though, but okay. So I'm going to start. I'm going downtown. I'm not going to think too much about it. So I go here. I've got 1, 2, 3 action points. I will give that apprentice 1 additional action point. So they're at 4. And then I'm going to spend 1 Trickerion stone. So now they're at 5. So I'm going to spend 2 to set a die of my choice. I'm setting this one like this. And then the other 3 I'm spending to gain a trick. And I do have 36 or more fame, so I am going for Seance. Cool. And I need to replace a trick. I think it's going to be Steam Organ. This is my lowest yield trick. So technically, when that happens, this will become available. Nobody's going to get it, but put it back in the deck. Living Piano is back. And I suppose this is off to the side. Like I could probably get it again, but not going to. And it was cheaper to set up, but card manipulation's already set up there, so I don't want to get rid of it. So we're going to mark this one. And this has an end of game bonus, where I get three fame for every apprentice that I have. So I've got 1, 2. If I can get a third somehow, not really gunning for it, but that would be a little bit of fame. That'd be good. But okay, I've taken this action, set that to an X, and I think that was a pretty good turn. So now we go to the gentleman here. And so the first place I want to go is downtown. That's not contested. The second place I'd rather go is the theater. That is contested. So they're going to prioritize the theater with this one apprentice who's going to go as far right as possible. They're taking the Thursday spot and setting up one trick. It'll be this one. They want it on this card because that's where they have tricks. This is an escape type. So, oh, they can get a link bonus by placing the escape down facing. And they're making a link bonus up top, and they get a shard for that too. So that is a level 2. Yes, a level 2 trick. So they're going to get 2 fame, 1, 2, and a shard. So there you go. Congratulations on your shard. My turn now. I don't need to go to the theater. I'm not worried about that. The next place they'll fight me on is either Dark Alley or Workshop, and I'm going to go to my regular workshop. So Dark Alley it is. I'm going to go here and have 3 action points to be able to get 2 special assignment cards. Oh, but before I do that, let's flip these guys. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins, and then some fame based on our coins. So we'll just gain a 10, get rid of these 3. So I've got 15 coins. I'm 1 coin shy here, so I get 3 fame for that. 1, 2, 3, 1 fame for every 4 coins. So do that first. Now I go to the Dark Alley. Got 1, 2, 3 action points. So yeah, I'm going to get probably another theater and then another workshop. I just use my workshop. I don't have one. So theater's got paid audience and orchestral interlude. If you perform on a Thursday, ignore the yield modifier. Sunday's yield modifier applies to you if you perform on Saturday. Orchestral interlude, you receive your trick's link payment for each trick marker connecting to the trick you set up, even if the category symbols don't match. I think I'm going to go with paid audience because this makes both Thursday and Saturday better. And we're going to have to roll this. I don't know what days are going to be available. So I like that. And now I'll get one for the workshop. I might need to go to the secret workshop next time. I don't know. To see how this turns out, but this might help. Hidden talent and invention. If you use an apprentice to prepare the trick, you may return it to the supply during the return characters phase and immediately hire a specialist. You have to pay wages for that specialist this turn. That's not useful to me, especially at this point in the game. How about invention? You receive fame equal to the total number of advanced and superior components required for their prepared trick. Now that's pretty good. If I use that on Seance, I can get 4 fame for that. I certainly don't need hidden talent, so I'll take invention. And I still always have the option to use that to send somebody to the secret workshop, and instead of gaining that bonus, I can gain the +1 action point, which would be very good too. So that looks pretty good for next round, I think. All right, that was my turn at the Dark Alley. So now we're going here. What is still contested? The workshop is contested and nothing else. I've only got theater and workshop, so just workshop. So they're going to go prioritize workshop, take the secret workshop, and that's it. So fine, I'm okay with that. Now I will go to the workshop. I'm sending my manager. And so I've got 2 action points. I'm going to set up this trick, Seance. So here's 1, 2. And I'm using this special assignment card ability, which says after preparing the trick, you may immediately move one of the received trick markers onto an empty slot on one of the performance cards. You don't receive link bonus payments if you created a link. So yeah, this is going to go... Oh man, I would get 2 link bonuses if I just set it up like normal though. But you know what? That's okay. I'm going to save that for later. I'm going to put that on this card over here. And how can I try and guarantee that I'll get a link bonus on that card? If I do this, so it's a mechanical. No, that is not a mechanical type trick. That is this type, spiritual. And these are optical. So then I think I want to do this right here. So spiritual is in that circle, optical's facing the bottom with that Trickerion stone there. So if I can set up an optical one there later, then I'll get the shard. So that was my turn with the manager. Now we're going over here. Nothing else is contested, so their preference is downtown with the magician, and their bonus is they're going to gain 4 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they've got 3 action points to spend, so they'll resolve a single die, and they're going to want a trick because they have no level 3 tricks. So it's going to be of this optical type, so we're going to set that to an X. Go over here. What are their options for level 36? Mutilation, Vanishing Elephant, Beast Within, and Stairs of Water. And I don't think I really have any desires to get any of those, so fine. Shuffle these. There are some good ones in there, though. Not ones that I'm going for, but I still don't want the heir to have anything good. They get Beast Within. Okay. So that is a yield of 7 fame. So this will be their leftmost trick, and it's going to push this off. So we'll handle that in just a moment. But this goes here. And we need to set it up. So we'll just take those 2 from there. That is set up. What does that have? That has costumes. That's got to go on the shopping list. And mirrors. It's quite the shopping list they've got going. They haven't been to the market in a while. Animals is already on their list, and metal is already on their list. Okay. What did they lose? Sewing the assistant in half. Or sawing. That makes a lot more sense, not sewing. Just put that back in the deck. And they've got 1 trick set up. Let me check. And yeah, that actually gets discarded. Okay, seems to be a rare instance where they discard the marker without getting the yield. Good for me. So that was their turn. Now it comes back to me, and I've just got a couple characters left, the assistant and the magician. So I'm sending the assistant backstage on Saturday. So she's got 2 action points. She can set up 2 tricks. So I'm going to set up 1 and 2. And I'm going to put this one, which is a spiritual type here. And that actually creates 2 links, 1 here and 1 here. This is a level 3 trick, so that's going to be 6 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I pull ahead. And then this one I'm going to put on this card, and that is a optical type. So I set it up so that I could do this, and I get the link bonus there with the shard. So that is a level 2 trick. Oopsie. 1, 2, and a shard, which is very good. Now I've got 4 shards here again, so this will flip back over later. And I will use this effect later during the performance phase. If one of your own trick markers in your performance is performed for the first time in the game, double that trick's money, fame, or shards yield for this performance. So I'm going to perform this card, and I'm going to do that marker, which is Seance for the first time, and I'm going to double the fame bonus and get 14 fame for it. So that feels pretty cool. All right, next up, we're going to Market Row, it looks like. So they're coming here. They've got 3 action points first. They're going to buy mirrors. They're going to buy petroleum. They're going to buy rope and wood. So these all get returned. And then with their 3 action points, right, 1, 2, 3, yeah, they will order these 3 items. So what do they got there? Animals and costumes and metal. Not that it really matters to me at this point in the game, but 1, 2, 3. So costumes will replace wood, metal will replace rope, and animals will replace petroleum, with mirrors remaining. Okay, fine. So for my turn, I'm just placing my magician in the theater to perform on Saturday. And now the gentleman is sending an apprentice to the dark alley. They have one action point. So let's first flip our coin. I kind of do want this one to rotate, assuming I can get Saturday. We'll see. Nope, not rotating. And then they gain one special assignment card. They prefer theater. They've got one. Then they're going to take downtown. They don't have a downtown. So they get one of those. Okay, and that's it for their turn. Nobody else has any characters left to play, so we go to the performance phase. I'm the only one performing. I'll perform this card before it falls off. So we have 1, 2, 3 link bonuses. That gets me 3 fame. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, and you know what? I forgot about this. I could have used a shard to place one more trick. Should I have done that? I know it's kind of late now, but I could have placed it on this card. That doesn't affect anything else. Yeah, I'm going to let myself have that. I'm going to go backwards a little, spend that shard. And I could have placed one more trick. And this would have been an optical type, so I could have placed it here to get the link bonus up there. And that is a level 1 trick, so that would have been 1 fame. So, okay, sorry about that retcon. But yeah, I am performing is what I'm supposed to be doing. I already gained my link bonuses on that card. I need to also gain 3 coins for the performance cards bonus itself. And then, what else am I doing? Performing the tricks, I suppose. Oh, I'll grab my backstage bonus before I forget. 2 fame for the assistant. Now, we do the diamond trick. That is this one. That will be 1 fame. 1 coin, 1 shard. Coin, shard, that is filled up again. Now I do heart. That is going to be 5 fame and 3 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3 coins. 1, 2, 3. What have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20. So here's a 20. Okay, and then this one, which I will use my grand premiere on to double the fame. So that's going to get me a shard and 5 coins. So here's my 5 coins. My shards are full, so I'm just going to place that here in my general supply. And then I'm going to double the fame, so I'm going to get 14 fame for it, which is pretty ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's at 65, so now I go to 75. Wow, all the way over there. All right, that was a heck of a performance. Now these trick markers return to the supply, and the gentleman is not performing. One thing I'm noticing for next round, so all 3 of these need to be set up again, but all 3 of them are also on 1 card already, so I'll probably perform that card. So I might want to focus on setting these up to put them on the other cards so that they get performed a couple other times by my opponent here. But with performances complete, we now pay wages, and they have not gained any coins this round, so they don't get any fame for that. I need to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this 5 goes away, and I will get rid of used special performance cards. So this one goes to the bottom of this deck. This goes to the bottom of this deck. And then we can return characters. Well, I guess I can get rid of the regular performance cards too, the permanent ones. Put those in hand. All right, here's an apprentice, a manager, a magician, and they've got an apprentice here in the secret workshop, which I have not used at all, surprisingly. Let's see. So I've got my magician. Here's my manager. My assistant, a free apprentice, and another apprentice here. Great. So we've returned characters. Now orders arrive. So these go away. Costumes, metal, animals. Put away the rope, the petroleum, and the wood. And I gotta say, this little tray is one of the best little storage component things I've got for any game. It just does its job so well. I really appreciate having it. And now we move the performance cards. So this one goes away. This one shifts. This one slides over, and we've got one more. This one has 2 fame and 1 shard as the bonus. Then we remove the posters. advance the turn counter, change up the prophecies. I'm going to have to draw one more, although I don't believe there's any game effect that could put it into play at this point. I think it's a moot point. But this one, when you place any escape type trick, when you set one up on any performance card, gain 2 fame. And now all 4 of my contraptions are going to flip back to their active side, which that will get me 1 fame. Neat. All right, time to start the 7th and final round. And that will begin, as always, with rolling the dice. Got a question mark here. 4 coins and an X at the bank. We've got an engineer and an apprentice available to hire. Spiritual type trick. And now we need to re-roll these 2 dice, the theater and the dark alley. There's no more rounds after this, but I'll still move the little tokens just for completeness. Really interested in what the theater is going to do. Dark alley is unchanged. The theater, ooh, we're going to have only Thursday and Friday this time. I think I need to try and get Friday then. Oh, no, wait, but this lets me, if you perform on Thursday, ignore the yield modifier. So I definitely want Thursday. So now we set the initiative order. I'm way ahead, so we're going to swap places. And the gentleman will advertise for free. 1, 2. I should probably advertise. I have a lot of money. Unfortunately, I've got to break this 20. So I had 20. Here's 1, 2, 5, and 10. 17. All right, so I'm advertising as well. 78. And now it's the assignment phase. I probably want to use these. I think I want to perform on Thursday. And I want to do new twist. Invention, you receive fame equal to the total number of advanced superior components required for the prepared trick. So I think what I'd like to do is have my manager use this ability to set up Seance and gain 4 fame for it using the special ability. And I'll just send one of my apprentices to the workshop and hopefully get the secret workshop. So they've got 2 points so they could set up 1 more card manipulation, 1 more shattered mirror. I don't know if that'll do anything for me, but I guess it'll help me try and place them on theater cards that might be performed by the opponent. I'm definitely going to perform. And so I guess that means these other 2 cards should go here and here. Ooh, but I probably won't get to use this new twist ability. So chances are I'd rather have it on the apprentice, and then they can use it for +1 action point. Okay, well, I'm gunning for Thursday. Although there's no way I'm going to get Thursday now that I'm thinking about it, because that last card is definitely a performance card. They've got a level 36 trick, so they're going to be up here. They're going to definitely prioritize the theater. It will absolutely be contested, and they'll take the Thursday slot. So, okay, whatever. This is what I'm doing. I guess my only question is maybe then I shouldn't use these special assignment cards. I should maybe replace one with a regular assignment card, because if I hold on to it, it's worth points at the end. And there's 0 chance I'm going on Thursday. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to keep paid audience and replace it with standard theater. Okay, we're set. Let's go now. So this is going to look like this, and they are going to go theater, theater, and theater special assignment, downtown, and dark alley. Okay. And so the gentleman is first. They're going to go to the theater, starting with this manager. They're going for Thursday. So they have got 2 action points to spend. So they'll set up 2 tricks. They want to set up this heart and then this club. And they can both fit here. So that's what they're going to do. So the heart is the optical type. Can I create a link bonus? Yes. They're going to go like this. So opticals on the left. They create a link bonus on the bottom. So that is going to get them 3 fame. 1, 2, 3, and a shard. There you go. And then this one can also go on that same card. This is optical type as well, so it's just going to go here. And no bonus. And they're not going to the workshop, so this one won't be contested, so I don't need to go there quickly. So I will go here. I've got 2 action points, and I'll set up, before I do that, let's get some coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins. And I've got 19 here, so that'll be a total of 26. So here's 26. And now I'll flip this one. For every 4 coins, gain a star to a maximum of 6 stars. So a maximum would be 24 coins. I've got that. So I'm going to gain 6 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What was I calling it? Stars? Fame. Get 6 fame. And then I can send this manager here to my workshop. And I'm going to set up for 2 action points Seance again. So here's 2 trick markers for Seance. And you receive fame equal to the total number of advanced and superior components required for the prepared trick. This one needs 2 mirrors, which are superior, and 2 petroleum, which are advanced, which of course I have here because of my manager, so that's going to be 4 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going back over here. The theater is still contested, so they're sending this apprentice here, and they get 1, 2 action points, set up 2 tricks. That'll be this one and this one. And they're going to prefer this card here where I have some tricks as well. So this one is spiritual. This one is optical. How do they want to place those? Well, they want the spiritual one here because they get 2 link bonuses that way. That is this one. That's a level 1 trick. So 1, 2 fame for those 2 link bonuses. And then this one just won't get a bonus, and that'll go there. Although, let me back that up. 1, 2. This is the 2 fame they got for that link bonus. If they do this the other way, they only get... Wait, how did I have this a minute ago? I thought there was a way that they could still get 1 link bonus from this and get 3 fame, but now I'm not seeing it. This one's optical. That won't get a link bonus, and neither will that. Okay, never mind. I tricked myself. Give them their 2 fame. Link bonus back. Okay, so back to me now. And at this point, I might as well go to the secret workshop with this apprentice who's now got 1, 2 action points. So they'll use those action points to set up 1 trick over here and 1 trick over here. So at least every trick is set up, and that gives me options for placement. So I did it. Finally went to the secret workshop. I do like it. I just didn't use it as much as I thought I would. Going back over here, they're going to hold on to the magician. So the next priority is going to be downtown with this apprentice. That gets them 3 action points. So they will resolve 1 action. They've only got 1 level 3 trick, so they're going to take another one. And since these are both available, they're going to take the die on the left, which is their preferred type. And that is, what is their preferred type? Optical. So 1, 2, 3. So I've already got 1 of these. 1 optical type. They're going to get another. My preferred type is mechanical, so obviously I have no mechanical tricks. That makes sense. Okay, they're going to get Stairs of Water. It's a good trick. So the fame yield is 5, so that's going to put it in between these 2 cards. So this is interesting. So this is going to fall off. Slide, slide, get Stairs of Water. And so any of these diamonds that they have are going to be removed. So that's 1 from here and 1 from here. Very odd behavior. And then that can hold 3 tricks. So we'll put 1, 2, and here's a 3rd. So it's set up. And what else now? This returns to this deck. This is a level 1 trick. We got to check the components here. They need mirrors. I think this is cogs. It might be gears. I'm not sure. Petroleum is not on their shopping list. And glass. They need all sorts of stuff. Doesn't really matter though. Okay, so I don't know that they've got a way to set up that trick now. That's kind of odd. I think that actually hurt them a little bit, but I suppose I'm okay with it. So now I'm going to send my assistant backstage on Friday. She can set up 2 tricks, and I don't have any ability to put anything else on this card, but I might as well try and fill that space just in case I can get something performed. Oh man, I wish I had set up one more of one of these now though. But oh well, I'm going to set up this one. So I'm not going to use this special new twist ability. I'll just gain the extra action point if I need it. I'm going to set this up over here. This is a spiritual type. So I'm not going to be able to get a link bonus out of it, but it'll get performed, and that's a good thing. And then with my second action point, I'll set it up again on this card over here. This is spiritual. So how can I do this to make sure I gain that link bonus, but also that one on my next turn? Oh, I don't know if I can do that. So I think I'm actually better off rotating it. This is a spiritual type. I'll put it in that circle and get the link bonus on top at least. I'll get that link bonus for 3 fame. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going back over here, and they're going to the dark alley. So they've got 3 action points. They're going to take one of these. They've got this. They'll take one of these, and then they'll take another. Wait, that might be too many. Yeah, I already took too many. Put this one back. They get 1. And then we got to flip a coin. It has no effect on the game, just for completeness. They're not going to rotate. Fine. Now let me get back to what I was doing. I'm going to send this apprentice here. And with this ability, I'll give their 1 additional action point because I didn't do it here. So they can place 2 tricks, which means I didn't use this new twist ability or this +1 ability. It doesn't matter, but they can place 2 tricks. So it'll be these 2. I'll place them both on that card. They're both optical type. So I'm just going to go here and point optical inwards towards that Trickerion shard. And I'll place, I guess technically, this heart one second. So that gets me 2 fame for the link bonus and 1 shard. So here's my shard. And that's it for that turn. We go back over here. They're just placing their magician, and then I am doing the same. So, time for the performance phase. They're going first. They're on Thursday. They're going to perform a card where they have at least 1 trick. So one of these 2 cards. So which one will get them the most yield in the card bonus itself plus the link bonuses? Let's start here with this one. We've got no 1 link, just 1 link. So that would be 1 fame, 1 coin, 1 shard. Now we'll try this one. Where's the start? That's no 1 link and 2 links. So 2 links. That's going to be 2, 3, 4 fame and 2 coins. That one's better. They're going to perform that one. And that's pretty shocking. That worked out better for me. So the 2 links is 2 fame. The card itself is 2 fame and 2 coins. We go from 9 to 11 in coins. And let's perform all the tricks. We'll start with theirs. It's this heart. That is, wow, 7 fame. Good for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 coins and a shard. Here's the shard. Here's the coins. That can be removed. And it's just going to go right back here. And now 3 of my tricks. So let's do this diamond one first. This will get me, I don't get it back, but diamond gets me 1 fame, 1 coin, 1 shard. Feels a little underwhelming at this point. This one, though, the club, that'll get me 7 fame. It's at 94. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Starting over at 101. And 5 coins and a shard. So here's the shard. Take the 5, replace it with a 10. And then the heart is this one here. That's going to be 5 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 3 coins. So I'll take the 2 and replace them with a 5. So these are performed. That worked out pretty well. And now it's my turn to perform. I'm going to do this card here. So that card gives me 2 fame. 1, 2, and a shard. And there are 1, 2 link bonuses. So that's going to give me 2 fame as well. 1, 2. Who do I have backstage? I have my assistant. That's 2 fame. And now I perform all 3 of these tricks for a second time. heart, diamond, and club. Let's just go in order. All right, so let's just add them up. 7, 8, 13 fame. 1, 2, 3, and 10. Then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 coins. Okay. And how many shards? 1, 2, 2 shards. Neat. And I can make more change here like that. And these can get put away now. Feeling better about the prospects in this game than the last one. And that is it for the performance phase now. So let's do an abbreviated cleanup phase here. We'll pay wages. Here's 10 coins. So that is going to be 1, 2 fame for my opponent. And then I've got to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there goes one of my 20s. Here's 15. I've paid my wages. I won't bother with returning characters, orders arriving, moving performance cards, removing posters, moving the turn counter, moving prophecies, discarding special assignments, or reactivating. Oh, well, maybe. I think we do still reactivate these because there's some fame involved in that too. So good catch. 1 fame for reactivating that one. 1 fame. Okay. And so that's it for the end of the game. Now we're going to do end of game scoring. And so technically this performance card would have fallen off. And when a card falls off, the heir still gains all the tricks there, minus 1 fame and 1 coin to each of the yields. So let's figure that out. So this one, let's see. So we've got heart, we've got spade and club, no diamond. So this would be, again, minus 1 fame and coin each. This would be 7 fame and 2 and 2. So that's 11. So it's going to go 67, 77. And then coins, again, minus is going to be 2 and 2 and I guess 0. There's another 4 coins. That gets them up to 8 coins. So that wouldn't have been enough in the pay wages step anyway. And then shards, 1, 2 shards. All right, so that part's taken care of. Now the heir, even with Dawn of Technology, gains 1 fame per shard. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fame. So it's 77. That's going to go up to 86. But for me, I'm going to get 2 fame for every 3 shards rounded up. And that includes the 10 here. So I've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 divided by 3. So we're going to round that up and call it 6 times 2 is 12. 1, 2, 28, 38. Okay. Then 2 fame for each special assignment card remaining. So 2, 4, 6 for my opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've only got 1 more. I should have held on to this one as well, but that's okay. And I played on easy, so it just gets a fixed amount for each of these level 3 tricks. It's 5 fame each, so 10 fame. It is on 92, so it's going to go up to 102. And it doesn't get any bonuses for extra characters. And then for me, I'm going to get, what do I get for my coins here? I've got 20, 30, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 39. I get 1 fame for every 3. So it's going to be 13 fame from my coins. 1, 2, 3 is 43, 53. And I do have a level 3 card, and the bonus on that one is 3 fame for every apprentice, and I have 2 of those. I've got 1 right here and 1 right there. So that's going to be 6 more fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I believe that is it. So in this playthrough, I think the final score is narrator 159 to the heir is 102. So that was a pretty handy victory, I think. I know I played on easy mode and I played with Dawn of Technology, which makes it a little bit easier as well. So that was helpful. I don't know if when I play the Academy, maybe I should play it on normal mode. I think I'm getting a little more experienced with this game, but I do still get wrecked on a semi-regular basis on easy mode too. So it just kind of depends on how the game goes. But that's okay. I'm not afraid to get wrecked on the channel. I'll give it a shot. But first impressions were, this was really cool. I like playing with this. I think I definitely had more fun playing with contraptions. And even though I only used it once, I liked having the option of the secret workshop. I would continue to use that in general. but I had more fun playing it this way than without it. I feel like the contraptions made the workshop, the standard workshop in the early game, way more interesting as well. I had a lot more desire to go there. But I also think that the mechanical contraptions, these Tesla coils, I think this is pretty straightforward. Like you build them early and try and get a bunch of money. I don't think they take quite as much planning maybe as some of the other ones, so those might be a little thinkier, a little more difficult. But it was really nice to like not have to think about wages the whole time. Like I did have to do a little math in the beginning as I'm buying some of my components, but then I was pretty much set and I kind of coasted. And I was kind of surprised. I had the opportunity to take a couple of the Dawn of Technology special assignment cards and I passed on them both times. So I don't regret that decision, but I was just surprised that was the way it went. I thought I would have taken them. Again, I do think it's a little funny that I was of the mechanical school and had no mechanical tricks at the end. Also, taking Steam Organ was not bad at the beginning. I think that worked out just fine. But I'd be curious about some of these, special performance cards, specialty tricks, enhanced tricks. I don't remember what they're called. Signature tricks. These signature tricks. I'd be way more interested in seeing a level 2 or even 3 version signature trick. I bet it plays much different. Because it was just kind of interesting that early on I got card manipulation, and so the yields were slightly better for card manipulation. This one was just really convenient to set up, and I technically had this ability to do the encore ability, but I never actually used it, I don't think. But anyway, if you have any questions or if you think I made any mistakes, please let me know in the comments. I take strategy advice as well. I could surely use it. I don't have that many plays of Trickerion under my belt, so I am still looking to improve. And I'm still hesitant to play on normal mode. That tells you I can use some help. But I'll be back again in a couple weeks with a rules refresher for ideally the Academy will be next, and I'll do a solo playthrough paired with it. And then I'll come back a little bit after that and do the same thing with the Arcane Arts expansion, both a rules refresher and a solo playthrough. And I'll be back again after that where I'm going to do a big playthrough with all of the expansions together. So obviously the Dark Alley, I'm just including that from now on, but I'll do the Dawn of Technology with the Secret Workshop, the Academy, and the Arcane Arts. So we will see how that one goes. And if you enjoyed this, please leave a like on the video. Consider subscribing so you don't miss future content. I'll also post it over on Board Game Geek. You can like it there, and you can also pick up a Table for One micro badge if you like. And you can share this with somebody else who might enjoy it. Maybe somebody who you are trying to get interested in Trickerion. And just thank you one more time to all of my coffee supporters. But that is it for this solo playthrough of Trickerion on Table for One. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great week.